I count down the top 21 scariest videos of all time.
It's a top 21 you'll never forget. Coming up.
Only on VH1, the scariest hits of music video.
VH1 Top 21.
Hello, darlings, and welcome to a very special Halloween edition of the VH1 Top 21 Video Countdown. What makes this edition so special? Well, I'll give you two big reasons. No, not those. Tonight is special because me, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, will be your hostess. And it's special because the countdown is 21 of the most macabre, haunted, and spooky videos you'll ever see. Unless, of course, you're invited to a screening of the movie at Buckingham Palace. Believe me, close-ups of Liz's hats are pretty darn scary, too. And speaking of home movies, not only do I have 21 Halloween videos of artists like Duran Duran, Grateful Dead, Bobby Brown, and Prince just for you, but I also have a special Halloween horror flick courtesy of our friends at Arista Records. It's called The Attack of the Vinyl Creature. And it is so terrifying that's even scarier than watching every single episode of Three's Company back to back. Huh, that is pretty scary, dude. Well, anyway, let's start our scary show with our first haunted video. At number 21, it's Huey Lewis and the News in Doing It All for My Baby.
Doing it all for my baby, for everything she does for me.
Boom. Hi, did you know it was me? Well, I guess with this body, it'll take more than that cheap mask to hide the fact that it's me. Heck, that's the reason I have this body, so I can torture men. I'll tell you, it is better than a credit card, and I never leave home without it. And hello, darlings, and welcome back to the VH1 Top 21 Halloween Countdown. And for any of you out there who have no idea who I am, let's take a minute to figure it out, shall we? I've got a body that doesn't quit. I'm always dressed in black, and young men are always trying to hook up with me. That's right. I'm sure. Not. Anyway, I don't even have any tattoos. Below my waist. I am Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and we're in the middle of our creepy, crawly, haunted music videos for Halloween. In position number 19, it's Bela Lugosi is Dead by Bauhaus. Oh, thanks for the update, Bauhaus. I was wondering why Bela never returned my phone calls.
White on white, translucent, black cape, undead.
Yeah, so anyway, Sam, you know the procedure. 1,000 shares of the stock. Thanks. Oh, hi. Our next video reminded me that it's the time of year when I like to make a prudent investment. Bandages. Yeah, you know, the stock always goes way up now because all them people who dress up as mummies. And even if people don't buy them for Halloween costumes, they sell lots of them this time of year anyway to fat guys running around in parks thinking they can play football like the pros. I figure, why not make a little money off a groin pull? Anyway, look at the profits I can make in this next video by Howard Jones. Number 18 is Everlasting Love. And I think you might want to call your stockbroker by the end of it. Now, before I play you video number 17, I think it's time to show you our top 21 feature presentation of Attack of the Vinyl Creature. You'll see firsthand what happens when you disregard those record cover warning labels. That's right, Tipper Gore will come trick-or-treating at your house. Only kidding. Watch and see.
Check it out. I found this bizarre metal album, and it's never even been played before. And get this, there's a sticker on it. Parental advisory, do not play this record backwards under any circumstances. Probably some kind of advertising hype. Yeah, later. devil's advocates. Yeah, right. I wonder what these guys sound like. Just what I thought. Nothing. Hey, what the hell's going on? Oh! Oh! Ah! Ah!
What was that?
What was what?
Out there, I heard something.
Forget about it, okay? Look, why don't we just relax and take advantage of a really beautiful night?
You know, just the right things to say to make a girl feel safe in your arms.
Shh. Enough talk.
Poor Kitty. And her boyfriend was so cute, too. Well, I'll have more of the vinyl creature later, but now let's go to our next video. Get out the Grecian formula, because video number 17 is by the Grateful Dead, and it's Touch of Grey. Actually, you know, I think a better title might have been Touch of Grave. More of VH1 Top 21 Countdown coming up right after these messages. You won't want to miss Bobby Brown's video of cameos. It's positively haunting.
VH1. Now bringing you the greatest hits of music video.
We've been going on.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the VH1 Top 21 Halloween Countdown. You know, there are plenty of gyms in America that have VH1 on their televisions right now. And since this is supposed to be a show that scares you, I have something especially for all of you who are exercising, or should I say exorcising, to this show. Okay, here's something that ought to scare the devil out of you. Gentlemen? Yes, it's the parade of the gelatin molds. Boy, I bet that's got you peddling your little buns off on your life cycles. And for all of my friends pumping stairs, later I'll bring out the parade of cottage cheese and orange skins to scare away that ugly cellulite. Until then, it's time for video number 16, On Our Own by Bobby Brown. Oh yeah, one more thing. Go for the burn!
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They call the Ghostbusters.
In our next video, I think you'll find the material engaging and the plot to be a conscious attempt to portray the genre in its purest form. Wait a minute. Just give me that card. Give me that card. I can't believe this. It's just as I thought. Some of those arts and entertainment cards got in the pile again. Okay, video number 15 comes from Ozzy Osbourne and his Bark at the Moon. It's real good. Phew, that's much better. Our next video comes from the very successful film Ghostbusters. And if you don't mind me taking a moment to further my career, Ivan Reitman, if you are watching this show right now, or even if you're just a friend of Ivan's and you're just watching, you know, please pass on the word that I am willing and ready to be in any of Ivan's projects. I mean, I will bust out in Ghostbusters 3. I will teach kids in Kindergarten Cop 2. Heck, I'll be Meatballs in Return to Meatballs 1. Anything. Oh, well, darling, excuse me before I start getting all sloppy and start groveling all over the place. Let's just go to video number 14, Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr.
Who can we call? Ghostbusters!
or at least the Saturday Evening Post, Rockwell is alive and well and coming up next on VH1 Top 21 Halloween Countdown. Hello, darlings, and welcome back to the VH1 Top 21 Halloween Countdown. It's time for me to show you more of our feature presentation, The Attack of the Vinyl Creature. Let's see what happened to Kitty and her beau.
What do we got here, boys?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It's got us all stumped. Let's take a look, see.
Sheriff, before you look in that car, I think I should warn you, it is pretty nasty.
Thanks for the tip. But when you've spent 30 years on the force, like Sinkoff here, nothing shocks you anymore. Right, Deputy? They've been turned into album covers. Oh, God! What do you tell our parents?
Excuse me, can someone tell me where Sheriff Quinn is? I need to speak with him at once.
He's right over there.
Sheriff Quinn?
Look, miss, I'm sorry, but this is no place for a woman.
I believe I'm expected. I'm Allison Hayes, vinyl physicist.
So you're the world-famous vinyl physicist. I bought your book, Vinyl is Our Friend. Interesting reading, Miss Hayes.
It's Dr. Hayes, and thank you.
Well, Dr. Hayes, what do you make of this?
Looks like the work of a professional.
Sheriff, Canine Posse have come up with something.
After you, Doctor. Gentlemen,
Hey, how's it going?
how's it going? What's up with you guys?
Well, there isn't much to go on, just, this.
Well, it's clear now.
What's that, Doctor?
It's not who we're up against that's the question. It's what.
Any witnesses?
There's a guy over there. He's badly shaken up.
All right. We'll have to take him downtown for further questioning. Care to tag along, Doctor?
I'd love to.
Well, it looks like Sheriff Quinn is on to something, and I'm not talking about Dr. Hayes. I'll have more of the vinyl creature in a little bit, but right now, let's go back to our video countdown. In position 13, my favorite number, of course, we have Rockwell in Somebody's Watching Me. Yearly depart for a few commercials. Remember, we have more music videos coming up, including Eddie Money on our Halloween edition of the VH1 Top 21.
VH1 brings the big screen to your screen with flicks.
Small, but before you know it, you're cold as full.
The greatest hits.
Hi, gang, and welcome back to VH1 Top 21 Halloween Countdown. You know, those bratty little kids will be arriving at my door soon with that tired old line, trick or treat. So I've got to get my treats ready for them. Let's make sure I've got all the right things to pass out so that they'll skip my house next year. Let's see, I have a beautiful Steve Lawrence album, several manila envelopes, yeah, some Roach Motels, and, of course, plenty of cans of meat byproducts. Oh, yeah, and some raisins. They'll love that. Well, that should just about do it. Hey, wait a minute. What does Candy Bar do? What is it getting him? Well, oh, well, just kind of snack on it later while you go to video number 12. It's Rock and Roll All Night from Kiss. Oh, that reminds me. I better hide these chocolate kisses. I don't want them little rugrats thinking they're for them. Oh, seriously, folks. I mean, did you think we were going to have a Halloween countdown without close-ups of Gene Simmons? I think not. Okay, in position number 11, we have I Think I'm in Love by Eddie Money. And if any of you gals out there think you might be in love with Eddie, I suggest you carry protection. No, not that kind of protection. This kind. You know, there are a few things that frighten me. However, I have to admit that I find our next video very scary. I mean, not only do we have to see Steve Martin coming at us with a dentist drill, which is pretty frightening, but he's doing it while wearing a wig that belongs on a professional wrestler. Ew! It would just get the chills thinking about it. Well, in position number 10, we have Steve Martin in Dentist from the Little Shop of Horrors. Open wide and say, ah!
I'm telling you, Audrey, he's not a good, clean kind of boy.
He's a possession. Whoa!
And if you think things go bump in the night with me, wait till you see Janet Jackson's video. Stay tuned for more of VH1 Top 21 Countdown after this commercial break.
VH1 Stand-Up Spotlight.
Video hits one.
Hello, darling. We're in the middle of VH1's Top 21 Halloween Video Countdown. But before we go to our next video, I think it's time for more of The Attack of the Vinyl Creature. Let's see how Sheriff Quinn's investigation's going.
Here. You look like you can use this.
Thanks.
Now, I need you to tell me who you are and exactly what you saw.
Trying my best. I'm Rick Blywise, Senior VP of Sales for Arista Records. I was driving along on my way to an account. My car went dead. As I pulled over to the side, I spotted another car nearby. And then I saw it. It was half man, half record. It was making strange mumbling sounds. Much like Bob Dylan at the Grammys. Anyway, I hid in the bushes, hoping it wouldn't spot me, and I stayed there till your officers came.
We interrupt this broadcast for a special news bulletin. Here now, anchorman Don Friendly.
Good evening. There has been a rash of sightings involving an unknown creature that has already attacked 4 individuals. It appears to subsist purely on record vinyl and is enraged when there is none. Police are asking citizens to remain calm, to lock all doors and windows, and keep cassettes and CDs plainly out of sight. We'll keep you posted as events develop.
Poor Mr. Friendly. And I heard he was next in line to replace Dan Rather. Anyway, we'll have more of the Vinyl Creature later, but let's go to video number 9 by Janet Jackson. Yeah, I know you think that those Jackson sisters are the only ones with trendy jewelry. Janet with her hooped earrings and LaToya with her little snakes. Well, I've got my own trendy accessories. I'm thinking of coming up with a line of my own Day of the Dead jewelry for fine department stores everywhere. But if you can't wait until then, you can pick up your Halloween goodies at Necromance in Los Angeles. Let's take a look.
Hi, welcome to Necromance. My name's Nancy. I'm the proprietor. Come on in. Well, we've got a lot of things for Halloween. Maybe a coffin ring. It opens. You can put poison in it. Got a gravestone from the 1800s. A half a kangaroo. Well, we could just go with the human skull, my favorite. Happy Halloween.
Now that's my kind of place. And wasn't Gomez cute? Anyway, video number 8 is Ashes to Ashes from David Bowie. You know, I actually believe that David is the only man I know whose complexion is whiter than mine.
Do you remember Agatha Spring?
He's vibrant, he's talented, and he's got a great butt. Here's video number 7, Back Dance from Prince. Time to head to the kitchen for a little Halloween morsel, and when we return, we'll have a Duran Duran video on VH1 Top 21 Halloween Videos. Hi, Goblins, and welcome back to the VH1 Top 21 Halloween Videos. You know, I hope you all get into the spirit of the holiday, which shouldn't be hard, considering it's Halloween. Get it? Spirit? Halloween? Anyway, well, that's enough scary bad jokes for now, I guess. Let's go back to our countdown with video number 6, Hungry Like a Wolf by Duran Duran. Well, darling, I think it's time to show you some more of Attack of the Vinyl Creature. Let's see what Sheriff Quinn and the lovely vinyl physicist Dr. Hayes have discovered besides their libidos.
Sheriff Quinn, the people of this town have a right to know what's going on. Can this vinyl menace be destroyed, and if so, how?
Sheriff, can you tell us where it comes from? Are there any more like it?
All right, gentlemen. I think that's enough for today. Those news hounds are right. We've got to get to the bottom of this thing now. All right, now, what do we know of this creature?
We know that it needs vinyl to survive. We know that it is increasingly upset by the diminishing supply of vinyl.
That's it! Doctor, I could kiss you. I've got to check the police computers. Got a hunch.
He's quite a guy. If a girl weren't careful, she could fall in love with someone like him.
Well, he ain't exactly Magnum P.I., Dr. Hayes, but then again, he ain't no Barney Fife either. So I say, go for it, girl. Oh, we'll have the chilling conclusion of the Attack of the Vinyl Creature later. But let's go to video number 5 right now by the Ramones and see what they're digging up in Pet Cemetery.
Come at the grand line, making a stand.
Now, those are some great lyrics. I mean, I don't want to live my life again. I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. Thank you. Oh, listen, I don't blame you. I mean, if you have to be buried in a pet cemetery, you don't even have a life worth living again. What? Oh, well, our number 4 video has a little different take on life. It's Pressure by Billy Joel. Oh, sure, Billy, you've got your pressures, but for goodness sake, you're a successful recording artist, babe. You have a huge mansion in New York, and you're married to one of the most beautiful women in the world. There are plenty of men who wouldn't mind that kind of pressure. Just buck up, will you?
You have to learn to pace, and you'll have to deal with pressure.
Oh, I'm sorry to be so emotional, darling, but this next video really has me all choked up. And whenever I see it, it just reminds me of this beautiful time, a time of midi-length dresses and wide ties and some of the ugliest pants in history. It was a time when disco was king and fondue was queen. Oh, gosh. In short, it was that time we call the 1970s. You remember the 70s, don't you, darling? You know, they were right before the 80s and right after the 60s. Oh, well, video number 3 is Time Warp from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Back with more scary videos on VH1 Top 21 Halloween Countdown after a few scary commercials. I mean, moments. Welcome back to VH1's Top 21 Halloween Countdown. We're almost by the end of our countdown, but before we go to video number 2, I think I should explain the meaning behind Halloween. Okay, some people think that it's a leftover pagan holiday celebrating the dead. Yeah, right, I am so sure. That sounds good in all of those history and sociology classes, but the truth is that this holiday was created by a grassroots organization of gift shop and novelty store owners. That's right. The man who had 10,000 of these here nose glasses got together with the dude who had 8,000 of these fake beards. Both men were in trouble since they had products that wouldn't move with a laxative. So, with a little ingenuity and plenty of cash for the lobbyists, these two guys set forth to get the word Halloween written into October 31st in all calendars. The word spread, and the next thing you know, adults and children are all standing in lines everywhere, dressing up like Cleopatra and the Pirate and the Terminator 2 and all that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an Elvira moment in U.S. history. Well, let's go back to our countdown now with music video number 2, Devil Inside by In Excess. I'm sure some of you out there are wondering what's happening in our Top 21 feature presentation. Well, let's go to the final installment of The Attack of the Vinyl Creature.
If I'm right, this is the only place in town that can satisfy its monstrous appetite. It shouldn't be long now. All right, men, get in position. Sink off, get a light on it.
Come and get it.
Perhaps we can reason with it. Make it understand.
Doctor, I understand what you're saying, but you can't reason with it. It's warped. Open fire!
It's not working.
You're bouncing right off it.
That was my last hope.
Wait! I was hoping I wasn't going to have to use this. I've created something in my lab that I think may stop this thing right in its tracks.
It's dead. The tone arm worked.
It wasn't the tone arm that killed vinyl. It was the lack of consumer demand.
Hey, Dr. Allison Hayes. Has anyone ever told you you are quite a woman?
No one I ever wanted to hear it from before.
Oh, that poor creature. And I thought he was so cute, too. A little warped, but still, I think we could have made beautiful music together. Oh, let's just go to a commercial and we'll return with the final video in our VH1 Top 21 Halloween special.
VH1 brings the big screen to your screen.
Oh, hi, Ghoulish Wonders. Before we go to our final video, I would just like you to hear a passage from my favorite book, Vampire Lestat, by my favorite writer, Anne Rice. The character is a modern-day vampire with an unusual occupation. Okay, my vampire nature reveals itself in extremely white and highly reflective skin that has to be powdered down for the cameras of any kind. And if I'm starved for blood, I look like a perfect horror. Skin shrunken, veins like ropes over the contours of my bones. But I don't let that happen now. And the only consistent indication that I am not human is my fingernails. It's the same with all vampires. Our fingernails look like glass. And some people notice that when they don't notice anything else. Right now, I am what America calls a rock superstar. Oh, wow. I mean, a man like that just really makes my blood crawl, if you know what I mean. And speaking of crawling, we've crawled our way through the countdown to the final video. How do I know? Listen. See, that's the sound announcing a final video. Nice touch, don't you think? Anyway, our top Halloween video comes from a man whose career has recently been resurrected, which could explain why he looks like death. In position number 1 is Welcome to My Nightmare by Alice Cooper.
Welcome to my breakdown.
Well, everybody, that's the end of our show. It was fun showing you movies from my personal archives, and I hope our videos scared you enough to put you in the right holiday mood. And if they didn't, then I suggest you go down to the market and read the ingredients of candy corn. That'll scare you silly. Until the next time we see each other, I have only one thing to say. Boo. Oh, yeah, and, unpleasant dreams.